Okay, so I was trying to make a video before this. This is my first ever blog on YouTube or vlog. I don't know what they're called. My post, whatever. But my boyfriend keeps calling, so let's try this again. I am making a video because I've been trying to conceive for about 2 months now. I was pregnant May 2017. Obviously, this is 2017, but I was pregnant. Then I got a positive pregnancy test 3 days before my period was due. I was so excited. So was he. Told everyone because everyone know I've been trying to conceive, but basically that ended in a chemical pregnancy. I started spotting the day my period was due. And I was like, oh, you can't implant this late. That's weird, but okay, some women bleed in early pregnancy. No. I started full on. I'm sorry if this is TMI. A little hot. Sorry. I'm sorry if this is TMI, but it was the darkest blood, and I was in so much pain. It was really heavy. It lasted for about 3.5 days. Took a pregnancy test after that, and it was negative, but before it was positive. So we started trying immediately. I looked up a bunch of stuff on Google about trying to conceive after a chemical pregnancy. My eyes are so glared from the sun. But anyway, trying to conceive after a chemical pregnancy. And I found tons of stuff. And a lot of women were able to conceive like immediately after. So I was like, okay, well, maybe, my hopes were down. But maybe they can get back up again. So we just... This time around, I just didn't want to DPO. I had all that stuff down packed, every symptom, every day DPO and everything. I didn't want to do any of that. I just wanted it to happen because trying, obviously, sorry, my hair is really messed up. Trying obviously did not make the cut because it ended in early miscarriage. And so I was sad about that, but what I noticed this cycle, my cycle was due again July 16th, 2017. And I was feeling really weird. Like I was just like, okay, well, when did the symptoms go away from a miscarriage? But I Googled that and I was like, okay. So I was still crampy, like very, very crampy. The cramps never stopped from the time I found out I was pregnant in June to as of today. I still cramp. It's still pretty bad. Well, some stuff that I noticed this time was I was late. So I was excited. I was like, oh, the 16th here. What is this brown stuff? It looked like brown snot. I'm sorry if it's TMI, but this might help someone because I was Google crazy. Like I Googled so much that I had headaches. Sorry, it's my bath towel. I Googled so much that I had headaches and had to put my phone away and not look at it for like hours. So I was like, what is this brown stuff? Still no red, but I was like, okay, that's promising. I don't know what it is. So I Googled it. Brown CM, early pregnancy symptom. Cool. I'm like, good. Knowing that I still couldn't test that early, I was like, okay, great. The 17th came of July and still same stuff. The 18th came, it went away, but it turned a little pinkish. So I was like, maybe I'm implanting instead of having a period. Thought that last time, but I actually was pregnant. Well, no. Period came 3 days late, but what I noticed was it was very, very light. Like when I come on, it is full force. It's like turn on the faucet. It's coming. I have to be careful how I sit, how I walk. I have to change every 30 minutes the first 2 days normally. And if this is gross, I'm sorry, but I went to the restroom and it wasn't much on the pad and then it stopped. And so I didn't change it. I mean, it wasn't really anything on there. And then it started picking up, but it never got heavy like my normal cycles. Well, that lasted for about 3 days. My periods they normally range from 5 to 6 days. So that was like 3 days. So I thought that was weird. But I dismissed it like, okay, well, I'm not pregnant, but I'll take a dollar pregnancy test. And lo and behold, it was negative. And I was like, okay. Birthday time. Birthday just passed this weekend. It was July 27th. Well, it was last Thursday. And me and my boyfriend planned a trip to Chicago. And so I was excited. So we set out on the road Thursday afternoonish. And after about an hour or two in, I started feeling really nauseous. Now, mind you, I've been having headaches, not really banging headaches, but like annoying, nagging headaches, since, my last cycle, or if you would call that a cycle. I've been having really bad headaches, and then my breasts hurt on and off. Like, it's not really something I've been like, oh, I have to be pregnant, because they aren't like super sore. They're just maybe a little tender. I can sleep on my stomach. I couldn't do that when I was pregnant when that resulted in a chemical pregnancy, because I just felt bloated. Now I feel bloated, but I thought maybe because I picked up a little weight, which I don't understand it either, because I've been consciously eating smaller meals. Maybe not healthy choices all the time, but smaller portions. I kid you not, because I have not been that hungry. I've just been extremely, that's another thing, thirsty. I have this right now. I have to drink tons of water, and I've never been like that. I've always been the type of person where, and I can't remember when my 3 previous children, my youngest is 7, my oldest is 12, about to be 13. But I can't remember a lot from those pregnancies, and none of those were planned. So I really didn't symptom spot. I just, surprise, you're pregnant. Okay. So fast forward. So in Chicago, I cannot remember the name of the famous popcorn place, but my boyfriend's friend wanted us to stop there and bring him back some popcorn. No biggie. That's no problem. I was just excited to be in Chicago. And plus we stayed in downtown Chicago, so it was super nice down there. But that has nothing to do with this. We came upon the block where the popcorn was. Oh, and they do have good pizza. And I lost it. I could not stand the smell of it. I didn't want to be near it. I told him I couldn't go in there. It just was, the smell was just atrocious. And I've been smelling things lately, but nothing like this. Like, it was intense. I was just like, oh my God, like, why do people eat this if it smells this bad? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, okay, well, we're not going in there. So we just grabbed some pizza from this place called Blaze. It was really freaking good. And then we went back to the hotel. Of course, we've been drinking. So we had tequila. Like, that was our drink of choice while we were out of town. And Friday night that just passed, which would have been the 28th, I got so nauseous. He had to pull over because I was about to throw up. I never throw up. I can drink a lot of you under the table, and I never throw up. I maybe have a little tinge of a hangover the next morning, but it usually gets resolved with orange juice and water, and I'm fine. And it's like it never happened. I cannot recover. It was terrible. We were driving around, lost, of course. GPS was messing up, so my emotions were going crazy. And yeah, I've been really hormonal, just really moody, and anything sets me off lately. But that was like, you might be pregnant. I don't know. The test was negative before you left. So keep drinking. Anyway, and so last night I went out to celebrate the end of my birthday, because I celebrate like for a whole week. I'm weird. Last night I was with a friend and we drank more tequila. When I tell you, this morning I felt like I got hit by a train, and it wasn't even remotely as much as I had drank while I was out of town with my boyfriend. I felt like someone hit me with a 2x4 and in my stomach, and sorry, I've been belching a lot. In my stomach, and that's it. Like, I just felt terrible last night. Well, around yesterday too, I've been starting to get up. and feel like what you would feel like round ligament pains. It's really weird. And if I start walking funny because it's painful. It's not anything that feels good. But those are all of my symptoms after a weird period. And I'm due to come back on my period. Technically, August 15th. I didn't know how to calculate that because I had a late period, light, short period, whatever you want to call it, with brown CM and all of that last month. So I didn't know how to calculate it. So I'm just going off of as if it was never late. So I'm thinking maybe. And right now when I tell you I'm cramping, the cramping is serious. It's real. And it goes from 0 to 100. Unless I start moving around, then I won't feel it as much. So I am waiting, 2-week waiting, obviously. And TTC term, 2-week wait. Sorry. But I'm waiting, and since I'm making a video about it, I'm going to live pregnancy test the day my period is supposed to be due. As well as if I get a negative, I'll test a couple of days after that just to see. I do know with my daughter, I was so convinced that I was pregnant. The doctor made me leave her office because I was so upset and I was crying and I was just like, you don't understand what's going on with my body. And she was like, Miss Crawford, you're not pregnant. You need to stop. And I'm like, okay, I'm telling you. And I left. And sure enough, a week later, I went to visit another OBGYN and I was pregnant, early pregnant. So that's why I'm just like, okay, well, we'll wait, and we are going to be overjoyed once I get 2 lines on the stick. I've never had trouble conceiving a child. So I'm hoping that if I am, it sticks. So thank you for watching. And you'll see me again because I would love to post everything from live pregnancy tests to end, because this is the last go round. No more babies. Sorry, I was eating spinach. No more babies are coming out of this body. I want to get pregnant. I just turned 33. I want to get pregnant and work out like I've never worked out before and be the best MILF that, sorry, someone's calling. The best MILF ever. So, bye.